You're welcome to the third edition of our INFS213 past questions review. So, as you already know, we've already solved 80 multiple choice questions, fill in, and then true or false questions. And we are going to continue with whatever we did. As I promised to release 4 videos on this course to prepare you for your IEs and your exams. So I'm going to also continue with it. So we are going to solve 40 questions, and make sure you watch the video to the end, share it with your friends, and don't forget to smash that notification bell to give us a follow, and also try your possible best to share with your colleagues. Before I start, I would like you to know, I would like to present to you an exciting opportunity. Those of you who have interest in traveling abroad, or probably know your friends who also have interest in traveling abroad, you can link them to us. We have special packages for people who want to travel to USA, Canada, Mongolia, Dubai. We also have places like Poland. We have places like Singapore, Serbia, and so on and so forth. Our packages are exciting. We have visa before travel, that's visa before payment. We have payment in installment, and we also have full payment. So all these offers are just there to make your traveling or your dream come to reality. So get in touch with us. If you have any brand or any product you want to sell to, you can contact Tostra Digital on 0545 412017, 0545 412017, and then we use our technological strategies to promote your brand and make sure that your brand become visible wherever people will see. When you go to the internet and you are searching for something, it takes you only what people that really search things online, they don't go beyond, almost 87% of them don't go beyond the second page. They get the information from the front or second page, and that is it. That's why you need to increase your brand visibility, and Top Strat Digital, we are there to provide all those needs. So that is it. And those of you who are interested in offering short courses to add some value to yourself, you can get a certificate in IT, you can get a certificate in cybersecurity, affiliate marketing, digital marketing, any of those products or any of these courses you want to offer, get certificate and add it to the skills. We are there to offer you that assistance. Get in touch with me, contact me after the class, and we'll see how best we go about that. So that is all I have for you. So before I start, like I told you, let's try our possible best to continue with whatever we are doing. Your support is something that I can't talk about. Okay, it is unmeasurable and it is unfathomable. Let's keep on doing what you are doing, and God will continue to bless us whichever way that you're supporting, or whichever plan you have for Johnson Praise TV. May God continue to bless you. Today, I don't really have much time on my side because of the videos. It has really taken all my day, and I have to be rushing a bit, but please, you just cooperate with me or collaborate with me. Question 81 says that one potential risks associated with the cloud computing for information sharing is A. We have, so with this one, I'm not going to mention the options, but since some of you will be listening without really watching the video, so I want to give you the correct answers alone, so it can stick in your mind, or you can play it over and over again and you get the correct answers right. Okay, so one of the potential risks associated with the cloud computing for sharing is, so the answer is what? Data security vulnerabilities and unauthorized access. The answer is what? Data security vulnerability and unauthorized access. So if it has to do with what? Potential risks which is associated with adoption of what? Cloud computing, adoption of sharing, it is what? It has to do. So the risks associated with cloud adoption for information sharing primarily revolves around data security vulnerabilities and unauthorized access. Weakness in cloud infrastructure and inadequate security measures can lead to data breaches, unauthorized access, and manipulation of sensitive information. To mitigate these risks, organizations must implement robust security measures such as encryption, access control, and then regular security assessment and also ensure that the cloud provider services adhere to the stringent security protocols. So that is the answer. 82. The information policy indicating the business application and system and specifying who and what aspect of agency's business and business transaction the policy covers are done under the dash area. A, information transfer. B, legislation and other key mandate. We have information flow, and then we have what? Scope. So let's look at it. Why it is what? The answer is scope. So let's look at scope. So with the scope, it specifies who and what aspect of the agency's business and business transaction the policy covers. It indicates the business applications and systems that the policy covers. Example, website, emails, and system and business system. So the answer is what? Scope. Let's look at 85. A high statement that either ensure or guide compliance are called a high level statement, which either what? Ensure or guide compliance are called. We have procedures, we have strategies, we have policies, we have programs. So if it has to do with a high level statement, then it is what? A policy. It is policy. So high level statement which either ensure or guide compliance are called what? Policies. They are policies. So this is it. So we have it here. A high level statement which ensure a compliance or guidance is what we call what? A policy. So let's look at 84. Question 84 says that the dash the dash explains the benefit of good information management and also outlines rules and responsibility. So what is the answer? It's what explains the benefit of information management and also outline rules and responsibilities. So the answer here is information policy. So information policy explains what? Explains the benefit of good information management and also outline rules and responsibilities. So pay attention to this. So let's look at it. When you go through it, the second point, it says that it explains the benefit. So we are looking at the goals of information management policy. So the second point says that it explains the benefit of good information management and also it outlines rules and capabilities. It sets out the expected information management practices in your agency and so on and so forth. So that is the answer. Question 85, it explains that the information management policy document can be reviewed and updated so that it remains. So which one are we talking about? It's what? It is important for the information management policy document to be reviewed and updated so that it remains dash. So we have well detailed, we have accurate, we have current, we have relevant. The answer is current. So before you were so when you talk of this one, okay, that it is important for information management policy document to be reviewed and updated, right? To be reviewed and what? Updated so that it remains current. So that it remains what? Current. So that is it. That is under it. So the answer here is correct. Information policy. The answer is so this one completes it. It remains what? Current. When you look at the point under the examples, see it remains what? Current. Let's look at 88. The dash enhances business performance by guiding information management practices. processes and system that will protect information as an asset. So we have information quality, from information granularity, we have information policy, we have information architecture. So which one is the answer? It is still information policy. So information policy enhances business performance by guiding information management practices, processes, and systems that will protect information as what? An asset. So that is it. So it is here. We have it here. It enhances, that's the fourth point. It enhances business performances. Information policy enhances business performances by what? Guiding information management practices, processes, and systems that will protect information as an asset. So number 89, information management strategy of an organization include all the following components except A, information quality, B, information granularity, we have what? Information policy, we have information architecture. It is what? Information granularity. Information granularity. So why is it information granularity? Look at the information we have here. So consequently, strategies should reflect the organization. So consequently, strategy should reflect what the organization wants as far as these four components are concerned, and this will contribute to achieving the goal of the organization. A, we have what? Information quality, we have information architecture, we have legal and ethical security issues, and we have information policy, but there is no granularity, and that's why that's the answer. Number 19, which of the following is related to the broader concept of privacy? So if the issue has to deal with privacy, then the answer is what? We have confidentiality, we have availability, we have authenticity, we have what? Integrity. So which one is the answer? Okay. So the answer is what? Confidentiality. So confidentiality refers to limiting information access and disclosure of authorized users or persons only. Confidentiality is related to the broader concept of data privacy, limiting access to individuals' personal information. So it is what? Information, if it is confidentiality. If it has to deal with what? The broader concept of data privacy, it is confidentiality. Okay, so which of the following threats of information security affect availability? Which of them? We have virus, we have phishing, we have spyware, we have spam. Which of them affect availability? So the answer here is what? Is spam, and I'll explain to you why the answer is spam. You know, when you talk of, okay, so so let's look at this one. So threats to information security that affect the availability is spam. Spam email can what? Flood inboxes, consume network resources, disrupt normal operations, thereby impacting the availability of information systems and resources. So if the spams, when they keep on sending you constant messages, sometimes MTN mobile money and just for you, that offer I don't really like the way they send messages. They will send you constant messages each and every day. It will send you new messages. So it will get to a point, if you don't have enough storage, your phone will be full, and if someone wants to send an important message or there's an important information, you miss it. It could be job opportunity, it could be what? An emergency, but because of what? The spam, you end up missing that great opportunity. This thing happened to me sometime. There was a time I got some job opportunity, but my messages were full. I didn't really see it. I missed the deadline. Later on, when I deleted some of my messages, they came. And the time I realized I've already missed that job opportunity, and that is how the whole thing is. So spam affects availability. Let me give you a try question. So with a try question here, phishing affects what? So if we say that the first one, I said that the which of them affect availability? So spam affect availability. So if spam affect availability, then phishing also affect what? So drop the answer under the comment section. Let me see if you have really prepared for this exams or whatever IA you are going to write. Please drop the answer under the comment section and let me see if you are prepared. So phishing affect what? Okay, so the answer is what? Confidentiality. Confidentiality is the answer. Why is it confidentiality? You can explain it for me under the comment section. We are learning, so don't think I'm online, I'm offline or whatever. Drop comments, I'll reply to you. I'll reply you, right? If you drop a comment, I'll reply you. Let's look at 92. Question 92. Is the protection of information and it is critical element, including software, hardware, and the persons that use, store, and transmit that information. So this is what it can come in the form of feeling. Okay, so when it gets something which is related to what the protection of information and it is what it being critical element, including what software, hardware, and the other persons that use it or store and then transmit that information. It is what information security. So let's look at information security. Information security or the information security is what the protection of information and it is critical element, including software, hardware, and the person that use, store, and transmit that information. So this includes what both electronic as well as physical security. So it is what information security. So please pay attention to this. Number 93. People who need information tend to the following except A, parents, B, colleagues, and C, we have or none of the above. So the answer is what? None of the above. People who need information tend to the following except, okay, except, yes, if I need information, I'll it's likely I'll tend to what? A colleague or whatever. So all the options here, which of them isn't part? Okay, there's none. All of them are inclusive. So that's why we went forward. All of the above. All of the above. Okay, so let's look at number 94. Number 94. 94 says that dash have to do with the procedures and collection in a particular library. Okay, that it has to do with what the procedures and collection in a particular library. So we have orientation, we have information literacy, we have library instruction, and we have bibliographic instruction. So the answer is library instruction. So library instruction have to do with the procedures and collection in a particular library. Okay, so let's look at it. So it is what it is described. The library instruction is used to describe instruction given to clientele in the uses of what in the use of libraries. So it usually deals with a procedures, collection of what a specific library. So that is the answer. Let's move to question 95. When people need information to enrich themselves and remain relevant to their society, it is dash information need. So if people need information, right? When they need information to enrich themselves and remain relevant in their society, how do we call it? So we have personal self-development, we have health, we have government, we have occupation, and we have that is it. So the answer here is what? The answer is personal. That is what? Personal self-development. Personal self-development. So the 21st century information users need information for the following reasons. That is what? personal self-development. So when a personal self-development is what we call then when people need information to enrich themselves, remain relevant to their society, career, and organization. If you want to work or get some, a nice offer, you need to what? Get what? You need to actually get enough information. You need information to enrich yourself and remain relevant. If that's why some of you are coming to school, you are here because you want to enrich yourself. You don't just want to depend on people, but you want to enrich yourself academically, financially, emotionally, psychologically, and all the Lily people, okay, and all the Lily team members. So that is it. Number 96, information management policy focuses on organizing, structuring, and labeling what? Content in an effective and suitable way. So we have true or false. It is false because what we are talking about is information architecture. Pay attention. Information management policy has nothing to do with the organization structuring and labeling content in an effective or sustainable way. But what we are talking about is what? But if the option there says that information architecture, then you must go with what? Information architecture. That is the answer. So basically, information architecture refers to what? The structure of an information system. That is, information being grouped, then that's the way information is grouped, the navigation methods and what terminology used within the information system, focusing on organizing, structuring, and labeling content in an effective and sustainable way. The goal is to help users to find themselves and complete tasks. So it is what the option there. It should have been what? Information architecture, and not information what? Information management policy. That not IM policy. Not correct. All right, let's move on to the next question. Okay, so 97, information architecture set out the expected information management practices in the organization. True or false? Okay, it says what? Information architecture sets out the expected information management practices in the organization. True or false? It is false. Information architecture doesn't what? Set out the expected information management practices in an organization, but this goal has to do with what? The goals of what? Information management policy. So you see, it has been exchanged. The first, the 98, 97, 96, question 96 was what? Information architecture, but they didn't bring it. It's true or false, so they can trick you at any time. So you have to pay attention and understand the concept well before. Let's look at, so why is it false? So it is false because the goal, it is what? It falls under the goal of what? Information management policy. So the information management policy set out the expected information management practices in your agency or organization. It explains benefit of information management and also outline rules and responsibilities. Let's look at question 98. Which of the following malware does not replicate or clone themselves through infection? It is what? Trojan, when they are in your device, they are there. They disguise themselves. As I've already explained to you, they disguise themselves. If you have not watched the first two videos I've released a video, part 1, part 2, part 3. They are all different set of questions. So if you watch only this video, don't think you have watched everything. The other videos are different questions. Okay, this is 45 questions that I'm solving with you now, and the other ones are also what? They are 40 questions. So that's why I started from question 80. So it means we started from question 1, we ended at 40, we continue from 40 to 80, and then today we are moving to 125, question 125. I've added some to it. Let's look at, so it is what? Trojan. So Trojan typically disguise themselves as legitimate software or files to trick users into installing them, but they do not have the ability to replicate themselves like viruses. So viruses or worms they can replicate themselves, virus can replicate themselves, but Trojan they disguise themselves. So I hope you get it. Number 99, which of the following is a potentially damaging program that affects or infect a computer or mobile device negatively by alerting the way computer device works without the user's knowledge or permission? It is what? Virus what? They potentially, let's look at the virus. So virus potentially a potentially damaging program that affects or infect a computer or a mobile device negatively by what? Altering the way the computer or device works without the user's knowledge or permission. Worm is different. Worm is a program that copies itself repeatedly, for example, in the memory of what? A network, using resource and what? Possible shutting down the computer device or network. And also we have Trojan horse. Trojan horse is a program that hides within or locks itself like a legitimate program. So Trojan they lock themselves, and now we have what? Rootkit. Okay, so with the rootkit are a program that hides in the computer or mobile devices and allows someone from remote location to take full control of the computer or device. And we have spyware. With a spyware is a program placed on a computer or mobile device without the user's knowledge that secretly collects information about the user and then communicate it then communicate the information it collects to outside source while the user is online. And we also have for ad wallet. It's a program that displays an online advertisement in a banner, pop-up window, or under a window of what? Web pages, emails, messages, and other internet services. So that is it. Let's look at that. And question 100, we say a library users who rent library facilities for a specific purpose are called specialists. So people who rent library facilities for specific purpose are what? Specialists. It's not general, it's not non-literate, it is non-reading, it is what? Because specialists have what? Specific needs or purpose for renting the library facilities, which what distinguishes them from what? The general users. Let's look at the question 101. The type of users who need information to add to their knowledge based on leisure is A, general, B, specialist, C, non-literate, and then D, handicap. So the type of users who need information to add to their knowledge for based on leisure are the general users. Okay, these people are general users. When you go to the IT lab, the people that go to the libraries to study, those people are those that we call patrons. Okay, and they can also be as the general and so on and so forth. So people that have people who need the type of users who need information to add to their knowledge for leisure are general users. Okay, so general users typically seek information for leisure purpose and add to their knowledge base. So that is it. Question 102. Farm owners and rural settlers mostly occupy the specialist users information. Okay, so farm owners and rural settlers mostly occupy the specialist users of information. You have true or false. So this is what false. Okay, the answer is not correct, it is false. So when you get something like this, you go for false. Library instructions are given to library users to serve the following functions except A, finding books via catalogs. We have B, the use of resource materials. We have C, which is what? Handle microphones. And then we have D, users of policies and regulations. So inform users of policies and regulation. That is the answer. So I underlined to forgive me. It's forgive me for this confusion. The answer is what? Handling my microphone is an option, and I'll tell you why it is an option. So this is it. So information literacy aims at making individual lifelong learners, and therefore users of information have to what? Resolve what? The options here: resolve problems for decision making in business. So resolve problem is part, decision making in business is part, removing uncertainty is part, we have improving the standard of living and creating. Okay, this one, I think I have mistakenly deleted this because I uploaded this one here, the file here, the picture here, and handle microphones are part of what? The options. Okay, and in the previous option, in the I think the second video, I told you that handle microphone wasn't part. Okay, so I think it is an option. So I'll do that correction in my third video and let you know about that. So make sure you watch that one. I think I got to know it because the slides they gave to me was limited, so I later realized that the slides are not complete. So I have to now go for other information and even download my old ones and add it. So sorry for the confusion. Okay, so let's look at information literacy. Does the following: except we have resolve problems, we have increasing uncertainty, we have create a well-organized society, we have helps in decision. So these things are the things I've mentioned. Resolve problem is part, decision making in business is part, removing uncertainty, and here we have what? We have increasing uncertainty. When you talk of uncertainty, something that is you are not clear with, something that bothers your mind or baffles your mind. Someone has actually what? Accuse you of stealing, and you have no idea about that. Assuming there was a CCTV camera there, and the CCTV camera was able to what? To capture it. Here you need that CCTV camera which comes in a form of information to clear that uncertainty there, for people to believe that you didn't steal. You get it? So you don't get information to what? To add up to the problem you have. So it's not bad. Number 105, library instructions can be undertaken in the following: except discussions, we have handouts, we have lectures, and we have information literacy. So information literacy is not part. So let's look at the conditions or the forms in which library instructions can be taken. So we have what? We have lectures, we have discussions, we have handouts, and we have computer assisted technology, but there's nothing like information literacy. So information literacy is not part. Number 106 is a typical manufacturing establishment. That management need information that will help them to take decision to improve the day-to-day operations of what? An organization. We have strategic management, we have tactical, we have operational, and we have what? None of the above. So let's look at this one. So the top level managers. So we have top level managers who are the strategic managers. We have middle managers, and then we have operational, which are the staffs, and then non-managerial levels. So let's look at it. So with the strategic managers are the long-term goals. Strategic managers set long-term goals using what? Knowledge. While tactical staff tactical staff implement strategies with information for day-to-day operations. Have you taken note of that? Operational staffs execute tasks efficiently based on information, and non-managerial staffs follow instruction using facts and data for daily duties. Okay, so let's look at it. So we said that the question says that in a typical manufacturing establishment, managers need information that will help them to take decisions to improve the day-to-day operations of the organization. So managers, okay. So let's look at the the tactical. Okay, so tactical, this is where staff implement strategies with information for day-to-day operation, and that is what the correct answer. Okay, operation. So that is tactical. Let's look at 107. Which of the following is not a characteristic of information? We have A, it must be useful to the end user. It is correct. It must produce an actionable understanding. It is correct. It must inform. It is correct. But it must add to what is already known. Is not correct. Okay. One of the scholars argued that information that is already known to the user is not information. Already, right now as I'm here, I know that Professor Mills has what? Passed on. If you come and tell me that Professor Mills is there, is he an information? Yes, is it information? It is not information. It is rather something I know already. But it should what? Some also what? Argue that information should order what? Alters your cognitive ability or your cognitive structure. Okay, something that will cause you to what? To react. Assuming as you are here, you receive a visa to study outside for free, or probably you get an invitation to meet with the president of the country, or probably the United Nations General Secretary, or have a meeting or a dinner with any of the stars, okay, your favorite stars. Okay, it is what you are going to shout, you are going to make noise, and that is what we call information. Do you understand it? It causes you to what? Or you, as you are there, you receive a message that your friend had an accident. You are going to what? It's going to cause you to take a decision, or shout or cry, do something. That is what. So something that you already know, so it won't push you to do anything again. So it's not information. Let's look at this. All the following can be considered as data that is needed to help with decision making, except A, values, B, opinions, C, figures, and then intelligence. So information, it is what? It is fact, figures, data, or even opinions, which is needed to help with decision making. So it is what? Knowledge. Intelligence is not part. Intelligence has to do with, I think, wisdom, or yes. So this has nothing to do with information. So all the options stated are correct with the exception of intelligence. Let's look at 108. An electronic communication can be accessed through the following means, except A, instant messaging, B, video conferencing, C, illustration, D, email. So it is illustration. Illustration is not part. So this communication can be accessed, electronic communication can be accessed by electronic mail, that is email. So it is true. Video conferencing, it is true. Instant messaging, but there's nothing like what? Email. Number 109. The dash element enhances the processes of managing information. That is A, processes, B, people, D, technology, C, technology, and D, content. So it is what? Content. Let's look at it is technology, right? The answer is technology. So the element that enhances, technology is the element that enhances what? The processes of managing information. So let's look at it here. So they says that the technology enhances processes of what? Managing information, including the speed and delivery of, and the speed of delivery and accuracy of what? Information. So technology is the tool, system, and infrastructure that enables or supports information management. It includes hardware, software, network, database, applications, and platforms that facilitate information creation, storage, and access and use, right? So for example, technology can include computer servers, cloud services, mobile services, software application, or web portals. So normal. Okay, so I think I jumped. Instead of 110, I went to 120. Sorry for the confusion. Today I spent the whole day on this thing, so forgive me if there's any confusion. All right, and let's look at question 121. okay, which is supposed to be 110. But let's move on. We are going. The first four components or part of general information technology of an organization. Oh, sorry, I didn't read the question. Okay, 120. Says what? The first four components of an information system are part of the general dash of an organization. So the parts of the first four components of an information system are part of which one? It is what? It is part of what? The general information technology. It is part, as I already read to you. So the first four components which I mentioned here earlier, that hardware, software, and network and database, they are part of what? The IT. Okay, it is so information technology of what? An organization. So that is it. Pay attention to this. 121. The dash consists of core web content management system with additional capabilities to manage a broader range of organizational information, which is what? We have enterprise content management system. B, we have document management system. C, we have content system management. And D, we have digital asset management system. So the answer is what? Enterprise content management system. That is what? The full meaning for ECMS. Pay attention. ECMS, when you are asked to give the full meaning of ECMS, it is what? Enterprise Content Management System. All right. So enterprise management content system. Okay, enterprise content management system. Right. Sorry for that. So the enterprise content management system consists of a core web content management system with additional capability to manage a broader range of organizational information. So that is it. So obviously it is much bigger system than the CMS. So when you talk of the CMS, that is what? The customer management system. CMS, customer management system. Right. So Adobe Experience Manager is a typical example of a enterprise content management system. We have document management system, we have content management system, we have digital asset management system. So the answer is what? Is ECMS, which is what? Enterprise content management system. So let's look at it. We have FileNet. It is example of enterprise content management system is FileNet. We have Hippo. We have what? Fresco Enterprise. We have Adobe Enterprise Manager. So which is what part, right? So the answer is correct. We have Nezio. We have Oracle Content Management. So that is it. Question 123. It says what? Component of information system dash describe how specific data are processed and analyzed in order to get the answers for which the information system is designed. So we have hardware, we have B, software, we have databases, we have C, software, and then D, procedure. So it is procedure. So the procedure describes how specific data are processed and analyzed in order to get the answers for which the information system is designed. So pay attention. If it has to do with what? How specific data are processed and analyzed, then it is what? The procedures, right? The procedure, not the hardware, not anything, but the procedures. 124. Digital asset management system automate the creation of electronic versions of paper document and are used as input to records management systems. So we have, is it true or false? Digital asset management system. Okay, so digital asset management system is what? DAMS. Okay, DAMS, that is DAMS. So digital asset management system automate the creation of an electronic version of paper document and are used as an input to records management system. It is false. Why is it false? So it is what we are talking about is what digital image system. The digital image system is what DIS. DIS is what digital image system. Digital image system. So digital image systems allow for integration with other IMS because it has been what digitalized. So please find the full meaning of IMS for me. Drop it under the comment section if you know. Okay, so it automates the creation of electronic versions of paper documents such as what PDFs and what TIFFs. That is what TIFFs. TIFFs, and are used as what as an input to records management system. So this has to do with a digital image system and not digital asset management system. It is not DAMS, but it is rather DIS, which is what digital management system. Also find the full meaning for PDFs and then full meaning for TIFFs and drop them under the comment section. I'll go through it. If you are correct, I'll let you know. Computer-based information systems, that is the 125. Computer-based systems are use computer hardware such as all the following except A, processors, B, database, C, monitors, and then D, keyboards. So let's look at it here, right? So hardware, it is what so while information systems may differ in how they are used, they typically contain the following content, which is what hardware. So the hardware computer systems are used what computer hardware such as what processors, monitors, keyboards, and what printers. So we have what so all these options mentioned here are what they are hardware, they are computer hardwares, with the exception of what databases. Database is not what a hardware. Okay, so the option as mentioned under the hardware, we have what we have processors, we have monitors, we have keyboards and printers. So pay attention. Part 4 is ready. Baby, watch out for part 4, but that will be released very soon. So but should in case I'm not able to release that one, at least I've done my best by releasing 120 questions, and I wish you all the best in all your endeavors. And I want to also let you know that if you want to support whatever we are doing, but in whichever way that you can support, please, you can get in touch with me. My details, everything, you can check my bio. You see all my contact details and everything. If you want to, 0545 412017, and God will bless you. Thank you, and stay tuned for another video.